Hey, what's going on, family? It has been a long time since I've done a video, but I am back. It's 2023. Happy New Year. Fiverr for voiceover has been one of those things that's been extremely polarizing over the years. And in this episode, I'm going to explore why and my thoughts about it. I'm Dane Reed, the voiceover guy. Check me out. So what exactly is Fiverr? Fiverr is a place where the whole world can compete at a very low price for services. And voiceover is one of those things where a lot of professionals over the years have decided to park their services in a marketplace where people all over the world can find them. So what's the problem? What's the controversy? Let's talk about it. The issue with Fiverr is that historically it got its name from five, meaning $5. Services on Fiverr were all $5 at one time. I remember checking into this marketplace somewhere around 2011, 12, and they had all kinds of things on there. There were people who were doing psychic readings and people who were not trained who would give you like psychological advice and stuff like that. And they were all for $5, and people who would do SEO for you, but the SEO was terrible. And I never really thought that, voiceover would come to it. Well, the marketplace has matured considerably over the years, and it's introduced a whole lot of services. And the people on Fiverr now in 2023 tend to be a lot more serious, a lot more competitive, and the skill level of the people has gone up considerably. And that's also indicative of the people who do voiceover on Fiverr. The problem is that Fiverr also has no bar of entry. All you need is a microphone and a computer. You don't necessarily need to have training, or you don't necessarily have to have a top grade studio like I have, or, a booth or anything. All you need is someone to tell you have a great voice, and then you get on the marketplace, you just sign up. Nobody checks to see whether your work is good or not. It's all up to people who are searching. That can be problematic. If I were someone who were looking for services and there are 40,000, 50,000, 60,000 voiceover talent on this one marketplace, how do I tell between who's good and who's not, except for spending hours and hours and hours upon time listening to these talent? Some talent are good, but because they're not professional talent, they don't have professional sound. They don't have professional studios. Some people have professional studios because they're gear sluts. They're like me, right? And they love the equipment, but unlike me, they don't have the training. And so as a client, you have to sift through all of these people and determine whether or not these voiceover talent are going to be good for your job. None of this is to say that there aren't good voiceover talent on Fiverr. A few years ago, I searched for good voiceover talent on Fiverr, and I have to tell you, it was tough. It was very difficult. I had a project that I couldn't do, and I needed a voice that was not going to cost me a whole lot. And even though I know everyone in this industry, not everyone, I know a lot of people in this industry, it was still one of those things where it was like, I don't want to call one of my friends for this $60 job or something. So I searched Fiverr. I did, yeah. Cue the booze. And I had a hard time finding someone, but I did find one talent on there. It was a female talent, and she was perfect for this job. It was a political ad that I was working on for a client, and I used her, and she was absolutely excellent. She was absolutely excellent. So yeah, there are good talent on Fiverr. Every once in a while you hear about the talent who are earning 100,000 a year, or 150,000, 20,000, or 30,000 a month on Fiverr. You have people who have done 40 and 50,000 voiceover jobs on Fiverr. My issue is, what does that take? So a lot of professional voiceover businesses, we charge big clients, television clients, a certain set rate. And then we're dedicated to making sure that that job is done effectively, efficiently, professionally. So we charge for those services and we charge a good rate, but we don't have to do 20 in a day, for instance. With Fiverr, in order to make those numbers, you're going to have to do an exorbitant number of voiceover jobs. Or you're going to have to do what Fiverr has done now in changing their models. There are upsells in Fiverr now. So, for instance, you might charge for usage. You might charge per minute, per page. And these are all things that are already built into the voiceover industry without Fiverr. And so voiceover talent are finding ways on Fiverr to upsell and to make their money. And rates are not starting at $5 for most talent anymore. You can set your own rates. The only problem with that is because the marketplace is so competitive, you're gonna find talent who are just as talented as you are, but they charge a little bit less, and price is the name of the game on Fiverr. Unfortunately, clients are looking for a low price, not necessarily high quality. There is another part of Fiverr called Fiverr Pro, and I have to tell you the truth, I don't know who gets selected for Fiverr Pro. Everyone who's on Fiverr thinks that they are a pro, right? So if I got on Fiverr, for instance, and I've been doing this for now 18 years, I would say to Fiverr, hey, I'm a pro. But what makes Fiverr say to me that I'm a pro? How do they know? So this is a process that I'm unsure about. If anybody else knows, please let me know in the comments. Tell me what makes a person Fiverr Pro. Certainly there are voiceover talents who, have channels and other social media who talk about their services in Fiverr Pro. And I'd be really interested to figure out what is it that made them pro. In order to be at the top of Fiverr, a lot of talent are on the marketplace but are not getting hired. From my understanding, just like other social media, you have to be able to beat the algorithm when it comes to Fiverr. What that takes, that's one of those things that I just don't know. And also, I've seen there are promoted ads for certain talent. So now you're introducing a system similar to Facebook where if you want to get ahead, you have to promote your services and you probably have to pay a certain amount in order to rank and get above. And I'm sure people who have done more jobs on Fiverr get pushed. So it's definitely an algorithm thing. You're gonna have to learn that. I don't know. Somebody also comment in the comments and let me know what is it that talent do on that marketplace in order to get ahead. So what are the pros and cons about doing Fiverr? I think the pros are, if you aren't a pro, this is a great place that you can park your talent and to get seen. I think a lot of talent who are not necessarily professional, but they just want to do this as a side hustle, this can be good for them. But as a professional, I look at it from the con sense. It drives down rates in the voiceover industry. I think also too, a guy like me who has professional relationships with my clients, who calls my clients up and just shoots the breeze with them. I do that, one, because I know that people don't want to just talk about business. They want to know who you are as a person. And so marketplaces for me are just not something that I've generally been interested in. It's just not. And my clients are people who are generally interested in having somebody that they can call at any time, pick up the phone, talk to me, explain to me the job. And so that's a con when it comes to marketplaces like Fiverr. My views overall on Fiverr have changed a lot. I respect people's right to do whatever they need to do to start their career, to grow their career, to be in their career, because at my house, I have a certain number of bills that I need to pay, and nobody can tell me how to pay those bills. And so at any talent's house, they have the same issues. They need bread, which is like $1 billion now, and eggs, which are $1.5 billion. Only Elon Musk can afford eggs now. So if a marketplace is right for you, then it's right for you, because ultimately voiceover is a competitive market. whether you're in that marketplace or in the marketplace overall. Do I advise that you do it? No, I don't. Would I tell you to not do it? If you spoke to me, I would give you some advice on other ways that you can master and market your voiceover career. I'm Dane Reed, the voiceover guy. I appreciate you checking out my channel again, and I'm gone. Peace.